Welcome to Generous Kingdom, where wellness is sacred and generosity is abundant. Now, here's some content. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, guys. We are about to conduct a ritual that is designed to create a sacred water per one of my shamanic traditions. Now, I have the fortune of a few items that I've brought with me. I'm going to go ahead and show them to you right now. Firstly, rose petals, lavender. This is sage and rosemary. In addition, we do use liquor. In this case, this is vodka. It is clear. We're not talking about the brand. I'm sure you can connect two and two. Distilled water, because it is stripped of all extra minerals, nutrients, and things like that. It is as bland of a water as you can get. And just a sacred container in general. Just something that we're going to use. Now, my tradition is written into my book, so I can't tell you all the details, but I can share with you what we're about to do. So we have already opened sacred space, spending a moment to ground into the reality of our existence and to connect with Mother Earth below and Father Sky above. The next thing that we are going to do is we're actually taking the old holy water, and yes, it does look brown and discolored, and people would ask why. Well, because we're going to add natural elements into it that decompose a little bit. The liquor is designed to help prevent any disease, and the water is just the extra medium that goes with it. So we're going to start first by adding that, and then going through the round of adding everything else. Now, as mentioned, first thing we want to do is we want to keep continuity from the previous blessings and the space that was open. You add a little bit of your previous blessed water into the new jar. Just a little bit. That way you are keeping that constant connection between yourself, your practice, and the creating of new holy water. We put in, we weren't supposed to see that. We put in 2 parts of this and 1 part water. Lastly is the 1 part of water to our 2 parts alcohol. There. You've now created your medium. Now let me also be clear, this is not for drinking. You will not be drinking this. Now, a special thanks to a local herb shop here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. If you want to know where, I'd be happy to share. But we add in our rose petals. I'm going with about half of the bag. Next is our lavender. Pressing this down a little bit into the medium. Sage. And then finally is rosemary. Just like that. Now, I have enough to be able to create 2 of these, and so this will be the first one. In addition to this sitting for approximately 24 hours, it will be blessed in the full moon. The full moon does carry a vibration, a frequency, and an energy with it, and you're always welcome to tune into what that means for you. But for us right now, all we're gonna do is we're gonna press all these items down into it so that way everything is submerged. Cap it. Now this will sit and soak up the sun for the remainder of the afternoon, be blessed overnight, and then I will come out tomorrow morning, bring it inside in front of the altar space, bless it there, and then from there, goes into sacred usage. Opening sacred space as offering. There's various items that we use our holy water for, sometimes referred to as Florida water. And yes, it does discolor and will change because we are decomposing natural elements on the inside of it. Everything is now submerged underneath the water. I added a little bit of extra water because I lost some of it while we were shaking things up. And the last thing that I want to make sure to note is clear container. The reason we want a clear container isn't so that we can view the items in it, it's so that there is no other vibrational frequencies or things that get associated with it. There is nothing wrong with reusing green and brown glass for other items, such as containing this, but when it comes to the initial blessings, you do want it to be clear so that the rays of the sun, as well as the rays of the moon, can shine through it. It's the same thing as if we're blessing our crystals in the evening under the moon's embrace. I want to keep it clear so that way there is nothing getting in the way of the blessings coming through. So I hope this has been helpful. Go ahead and make your own. Say your own prayers, your own incantations, your own blessings, whatever you resonate with, because I'm going to go make mine. So here we go. After being kissed by the moonlight and blessed in the sun, this is what we're looking at. Flower water or Florida water. As you've noticed, the color has changed down here to brown. You can still see some of the sediment that's up here. That will be drained out. The next step is to place it on the altar space and do some prayers and some mantra recitation. All right, safe on the altar space for blessings. And it will remain here for, the setting should be approximately 24 hours of time from start to finish. And then after that, we'll be adding in some final elements. All right, and so there it is, our almost finished product. There is one last thing that we want to add into this. The recipe actually calls for sweet fragrances. Now, I like to personally add this after we have done the 24 hours of blessings and allowing the elements of lavender, sage, rosemary, and rose petals to settle in. So I have a small item here. It's a blessing of Mother Isis, just a beautiful fragrance that just add a little bit into the top. Just an extra, because the truth is, at this point, the holy water, flower water, Florida water, fragrant water, whatever you want to call it, it's already pretty potent in its smell. Lavender has a natural smell to it that a lot of people can tell, and it comes through very pronounced. However, adding sweet fragrances as a final blessing is just a great way to kind of integrate in some extra energy and some things that might mean something to you. So consider adding this into your routine. This is something that anyone can do from home, requires a couple simple elements, and then you go from there. So I hope this was helpful. Well, we sure hope you liked this content. Don't forget to follow us on all of our socials. At generous.kingdom on Instagram, at generous.kingdom here on YouTube, and facebook.com/generouskingdom. Be sure to check out our website at kingdomofgenerosity.com for more information on services, blogs, and products for you and your holistic wellness journey.